I am Dr. Carolyn Edwards, and this is Get Your Life, the show where we bring guests on and they tell you all about their lives and their journey in the hopes that it gives you the courage to do the same. And I have two amazing women today representing the American Women Business Association, and I'm going to say it right, Meeja Ritchie-Smith. She is the former president of the ABWA Homestead chapter, and Patricia Miller. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
You are so welcome. So before we get into all the questions, I want each of you to tell me why this is a great organization. Tell me a little bit about the organization, and then why did you join and become president?
Well, I was voluntold, asked to become president. It
happens a lot with us.
Yes. I have been a member since 2015.
Okay.
And I've enjoyed being a member. And after COVID, I saw that our numbers, we lost a few members, just, people moving away and a lot of them getting older. And it made sense. So, we were a smaller group and we needed to focus on new membership and restructuring. We have a national organization and they have kind of the template to help us. Okay. And we needed to go back to that. And so I was, my focus was structuring and reorganization. So I was happy to do that. And I thought it was just going to be for a year. And it turned into 2 years.
Ooh, and maybe 3.
Yes. So it was a great learning experience that they gave me. And, it's a volunteer organization, nonprofit. So I learned a lot. And I'm grateful for all the members for their support and leadership.
Awesome. So what were you doing before joining an organization? Like, what was your career path?
I was just working in a sign shop. And then actually before that, I was working on my own. I had my own company. I had my son 16 years ago. And so I wanted something where I could stay at home. So I do freelance, graphic design. And now it's grown into more social media and marketing.
Okay, great.
And I was just doing that. And then my friend Dorothy Harden got me into ABWA. And then I brought more people with me.
Awesome. Okay. Miss Patricia, now it's your turn. Tell us, what were you doing before? What made this a great organization for you? And what are you doing now?
Well, my story is a little bit funny. I had a 3-year-old at the time, and my neighbor invited me to come to an ABWA meeting. And I went when I first got there. We were meeting at the Redland Golf and Country Club. And this was the first night that I have really had away from my 3-year-old where I could sit down and really enjoy a meal without, your kids picking at your plate. But after being there and meeting some of the ladies, as a matter of fact, when I went there the first night, I met the lady who hired me for my first job out of high school, Judy Wallman. And so it was like, a flashback and meeting all the wonderful women and the things that, they were doing. So I started coming. As I said, she was trying to get a job at home. I was trying to get away from home. So that was my outlet, so to speak, right. My night out with the girls, as you would say. And as I got into it more, I enjoyed it, and I went for a position on the board. I started out as correspondence secretary, which was sending out birthday cards, when someone dies in the family, just doing that. That's how most people get their feet wet on the board. Then I went into vice president.
Awesome.
And then I was elected president.
Awesome.
But as I say, I've been in it since 1996, and it's just the growth path that you get being in ABWA. So that's why I stayed, and it's just been wonderful ever since.
That's awesome. Are you the current president? Or you were one of the presidents?
I was past president, and now I am going to be president again in August.
Woo-hoo! Look at you. Woo. Okay, so I want to make sure that people know that this is a past president, future president, upcoming president. So what I heard both of you say, as I'm thinking about the name of the organization, you're essentially saying I don't have to be a business person. Like I don't have to own my own business.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. We are on the right track. All right. So tell me, we were talking a little bit before the cameras started rolling about the opportunities are not as abundant for women, minorities. Tell me, I'm a woman, I want to join your organization. Is it just women? Yes, women. Okay, I'm a woman, I want to join your organization. What benefits can I get from your organization?
Well, we offer leadership. We offer education, scholarships, leadership, networking.
And national recognition.
Yes.
Is important.
That is true. So we are one of the chapters. We're nationwide. And once a year, there is a national convention. And so, you do get recognized nationally. And we also offer opportunities for you to grow.
Okay, great. Actually, I just want the audience to know I spoke at one of your meetings.
Yes, you did.
Is that something that you all do like once a month and then you have the national? So if I join ABWA, what can I look forward to?
Now, what you spoke at is what's called our Tri-County event.
Okay.
That's every 3 months. And our Homestead chapter was in charge of that event.
Okay.
It's basically a mini ABW day. We have Dade County, Broward County, Northern Palm Beach County, and then we have ABW Day, which is where all the chapters come together. But the Tri-County, each chapter, the Dade County chapter gets to put on an event, the Broward County chapter gets to put on an event, and the Northern Palm Beach County gets to put on an event. And we are the chapter that puts the event on, we're responsible for getting, like you, the leaders that come in and speak to us. We're responsible for getting the venue, setting the budget for it, everything that's involved. So as you can see, a lot of that is things that you're going to use in business,
right.
Organizational skills, handling money, doing registration for the event. And as I say, getting the most wonderful speakers that are going to inspire our women
That's right.
to come and want to be a part of our chapter.
That's right.
Our organization.
Right.
Period.
You answered the question that I was going to ask, and you're so right. As I listen to all the things that the organization offers, especially when you talked about growing, those are business skills. When you are managing, you're organizing, you are managing projects, you're managing people. You have an opportunity to speak because somebody has to announce this. Somebody has to open up for the speaker.
Right.
So that's one of the things I love about the organization is that you don't necessarily already have to be a great success in entrepreneurship, but this could be like an opportunity to grow and learn from some amazing women, and then it could be part of your journey to the next step. So I love that. Okay, so what are some of the challenges? We talked about challenges, not having the opportunities as everyone else. What are some of the other challenges that women face in the business arena?
Oh, my goodness. I think women have a lot on their plate. I think they are working, they are managing home life, they are taking care of parents. I think they have a variety of things that fall on them.
Yes.
And it'd be nice to have more support for women and having a little bit more communication about this.
Right.
So where they feel safe to talk about this.
Ooh, that's big. I need a whole show. I need a whole show on us feeling comfortable enough to be authentic and speaking about this because sometimes you're just not okay.
Yes.
But we dress up and we look good
Exactly.
and we act like we have it all together. But like you said, in this stage of life, we're caring for parents. Some are grandparents caring for their grandchildren.
Exactly.
I have seniors that had to go back to work because of health care.
Yes.
The skyrocketing rents and mortgages. Oh, okay. I didn't name my list.
and you know who is the last one to take care of themselves?
We are.
We are. Okay, so Patricia, you give yours, and then I'm gonna wrap that up because I do. We don't talk about. I feel like we're the walking wounded, and a lot of times, and this is sad. A lot of times, the caregivers care for everybody else, and they may pass before the person that was sick because you don't go to your doctor's appointments and you don't eat right and you don't exercise and you don't take care of yourself. But then you tell us what else are some of the issues.
Well, like you say, balancing work, parents, children. I have an 88-year-old mother and I'm going to be 67 tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday.
And now I'm in a leadership role. But it's when I go to these things that we have through ABWA, when I listen to the other women and how they handle the situation and the things that they overcome, that helps to inspire you.
It does.
And it helps to recharge you, remotivate you. 67, I'm supposed to be retired, aren't I?
Right. But you never retire. That's why I tell people about Get Your Life. You retire from those 9 to 5 or other things that you may not even want to do now, but you always have a purpose, and a purpose is always enforced until you're gone. You always have a purpose. It never expires until you're gone.
Exactly.
So prayerfully, you will be doing things that you love. You will be feeling the joy in service to others. That's where a lot of joy comes from.
Exactly.
But not so much that you kill yourself. In the meantime, you're trying to help others. So I just think, I don't know if we have a conference or the table talk. Maybe we just have a round table where we share our experiences or how to navigate this life. How do you stay sane when you're juggling all these balls? We got to talk about that. I don't know.
One thing too is women, we're a little bit better able to multitask than men are.
Right.
I watch my husband around the house. He's going to do one thing at a time, and that's it. I'm going to be washing, throwing some clothes, throwing a pot of food on the stove, just doing multiple things. But I guess I could say I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stepped into leadership.
Right.
And when I see the payoff and you see what you've accomplished, then it's a fulfillment.
It is. And the other thing I would say about that service, I don't know whatever things people are doing to make themselves feel well, but it is no greater joy that I feel when I can use my life to help somebody. I can be having a worst day, but if I can impart some wisdom or I can encourage someone, it just makes me feel better. It really does.
Makes your day better.
So what habits, I hate to say the success word, but it's always in everything because success is based on what you see success.
Exactly.
So I'm going to say for each of you to think about what success means to you and then tell me some of the characteristics of a person, a woman you would say is successful versus someone that gives up prematurely on their dreams.
Oh, success. Success I believe, is just not giving up. You keep going. You've got some grit. You've got your determination. You're going to have your ups and downs. You can't give up. I did find this, and I would like to read this real quick. Oh, here it is. So failure, I looked it up. Fall, acknowledge, investigate, learn, understand, realign, and evolve.
I love it.
So I think, and then listening and communication.
Yes.
I think it just all ties in together. And if you can just draw on all those strengths, then I think you're just going to push yourself along and you're just going to be at the next step before you even know it.
I agree.
Because,
I would say a success is being consistent and being persistent. As she said, don't give up on your dreams. Be consistent in pursuing what you want.
Right.
And if you feel you can, you're right. If you feel you can't, you're equally right.
I agree. I would say, success. First of all, I would say define success on your own terms.
Exactly.
Because what's success for you may not be success for you, may not be success for me. And as women, we have different seasons of life. So when we have little children, success may be getting their clothes on and getting them out the door.
Or getting them to eat some vegetables.
Right. Yes.
Or go to bed on time. That's a success. We like, go mom, you're doing great. And then as they get
getting them to do their homework.
Oh my goodness.
Get older, do their homework. Turn the papers in on time. Give me the items before they're due. Things like that. And maybe
questions.
Yes. Or maybe getting a good night's sleep. I just found we had a physical fitness person on the other day, and I asked him, what's the most important, exercise, food, or rest? And he said rest. Yes. And a lot of us do not rest. No. We have put the kids to bed. Our spouse is asleep. We're cleaning the kitchen.
Exactly.
We're making the calendar for the next day. We have a to-do list. And so I would also say rest. And rest is okay. Sometimes people make us feel guilty, like we're lazy.
Exactly. If you're not busy all the time.
All the time. And so I would say define success on your own terms, because you can't live someone else's life. You have got to get your life, not somebody else's. And then number 2, just remember that you're not a robot. You're not AI. You have to rest in the same love and energy that you put into other people. It's okay. It's not selfish to put it into yourself. I think we need to tell each other that more often.
If it's nothing but running that hot tub of bubble bath, and I create my own spa at home. Those star showers that we put outside our houses for Christmas. I put one in my bathroom.
I love it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's an awesome
that's
idea.
my spa. I put the hot water on and with some good aromatherapy,
I love it.
spearmint and eucalyptus, and put that star shower on. And hey, I feel like I'm at a spa.
I'm going to get that.
I know.
You can R&D. We call that rip off and duplicate.
Yes, you do not have to reinvent the wheel.
Hey, I didn't have to pay $100 to go to a spa.
That's right. That's right. So as we talk about success, how can we build our confidence? I feel like sometimes, like what you said, the one step, it's like we have something and we want to be all the way out the door. I think it's the culture we live in. We have this shake and stir success. You get on social media, you get 1 million followers, you're successful, you're doing that. So how can we build our confidence to live our own dream?
I believe you just have to get your confidence and get in that room or get in that situation and just have an open mind that nothing horrible is going to happen. You're going to learn from something.
Yes.
And for the most part, you're going to come out okay on the other end.
That's right.
Just have your confidence.
That's
Everyone has it. You can't listen to those little voices in your head because otherwise you're just going to stay
That's right.
stagnant. And then that's the worst fear for me is like, I'm not progressing. I'm not doing anything. I'm staying stuck. And it happens.
It happens. And like you say, it does happen. We're human. But then you get your butt back up.
Exactly.
And you keep it moving. So what about you, Patricia?
Well, I know that success is not an overnight thing.
Right.
No.
And this is something that we're going to have to teach our children, that success is not overnight. It comes gradually. And I'm like David. I have to encourage myself.
Yes, you
I
do.
have to tell myself I'm enough.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
I
do.
am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes, you do. and no weapon formed against you will prosper.
Yes.
And
You're unique.
can I just say that one of the things I've learned in terms of confidence is like when people want to talk about you. I hope you know people going to talk about you. Not everybody's going to help you.
Right.
Not everybody's going to want to see you succeed. Exactly. What I found is that because it's hurtful, I thought I was doing something wrong. Actually, you're doing something right. Because if nobody's talking about you, you're not doing anything.
That is absolutely true.
That is one of the things that helped me build my confidence. I'm like, oh, they talking about me. Oh, they don't want to help me. That means I'm actually probably on the right track. So keep pressing forward.
That is true.
And again, know that whatever your dream is your dream. Remember that not everybody wants to help you. Not everybody's going to be on your journey with you.
That's right.
But if you encourage yourself, take one step at a time, you'll eventually get to where you're going. May not be the route you thought, but you're going to get there. Right? You're going to get there.
But believe it or not, you're going to have someone also that's going to encourage you during your journey. God seems to always put someone there.
Yes.
There's going to be a mentor.
Yep.
Someone, just like he had Aaron when Moses said, I stutter, I can't speak. He had Aaron there. Okay, I got a solution for that. I got Aaron there. He's going to go with you.
Yeah.
There's always going to be someone there.
Always. We've been taught the resources are limited. So if you're successful, that's going to stop me from being successful. And that's such a lie. That is not a truth. There are unlimited resources, unlimited money out here. There's unlimited opportunities for business. Yes. And so my next question, what do you say to the people that say women cannot get along?
They're wrong.
That's what they say. Women can't get along. We can't do great things together. That is the word on the street. So you say they're wrong.
They are wrong.
Well, I say this. If you want the job done, get a woman.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. How can we change that narrative? I definitely believe the organization is one, but how can we, because we are talking to the young women too.
Yes.
How can we change the story, the narrative that women don't play well together? Like what things can we do to make them see that we can be a force together?
I would say more mentorship. More mentorship, putting yourself out there, stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Yes.
And seeing who you can help. Because like Pat was saying, I think those people will find you and the right people will find you and you will help them. And then it's like the ripple effect. It just goes on and on.
Right. It's like you're planting those seeds. You don't know when they're going to sprout. You don't know when they're going to come up. You don't. But you keep planting good.
You have that faith.
Yes, you have faith. You keep being happy and you do it with the joy and you keep planting the seeds. So what would you tell our young ladies?
Well, like she was saying, being a mentor, I was involved in a program called Women of Tomorrow. And I would go into the schools once a month to help mentor young women. I was at Robert Morgan, and it was so uplifting to me. One day I was at the grocery store, and a young lady came up to me, and she said, "Oh, I remember you. You're Mrs. Miller. You mentored me at Robert Morgan." And when she told me that she was a teacher,
wow,
I couldn't believe it. You know, you just don't know the seeds that you're planting.
You don't.
You know, and she was saying, you know, how much I inspired her and everything. And, you know, as she was saying, the more women mentors we get, I think the more we will be able to help our young women to know that they have value and they add value.
They do.
Yes.
I had someone on a show and he was a financial guy and he actually talked about almost running the guy down to become his mentor. I don't see us as women doing that often. We normally go through an organization. How can we empower and encourage young ladies to ask. Like, if I'm not in an organization, but I need a mentor, who can I ask? How should I ask? I always believe the mentor should want to see you succeed and want to see you do better. But how can I ask someone to mentor me? What should they do?
Well,
Take your time.
I guess just like we go and ask our parents, can I have a cookie, And then the other thing too, if you see a young lady and you see that there's potential in her, go up to her and say, I see something great in you. I would like to mentor you. Would you be receptive of that?
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you think it has to be formal? Because I feel like
No.
I was going to say, I feel like when we say mentor, people think of a program, that we have to talk every week. We have to do that. I feel like a lot of the informal mentoring is just as great, just as successful, just as important. So where can we catch our young ladies for the informal type of mentoring too?
Yes, I think just putting your name into whatever mom groups or local community, because we were looking for somebody to help our son with applications for college. He's a junior, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what we need somebody. And so, word of mouth, and there's somebody local. So that really helps. And I think, just putting yourself out into some of those groups, like, hey, I can do this. I can offer this. It just a little bit goes a long way.
I agree. I that's another thing I think women are good at. We are good at talking and we are good at sharing. And you never know, just sharing your story, because it can be my son just graduated. So I'm trying to get him on the scholarship track. Like, he doesn't think it's important, but my pockets say, it is important. So it's not a hurry for him. But I'm like, hello, school starts in August.
It's like my son. He's like, no, I've got it handled. It's like, no.
Because you think that the money just comes falling from the sky. No,
that's because they think mom can make it happen. We're women. We make things happen.
Yes, but I agree with what you're saying. Even social media. So if you get on social media and you start looking for those groups, and you would be shocked at the kind of groups you would find. If you're looking for women in business, if you're looking for entrepreneurship, if you're looking for social media, if you're looking for moms helping mom, there's a group for everything. Also, I would say, in our senior groups, just talking and see what they're doing. Oh, I'm looking for my grandson a scholarship. And I'm like, oh, I'm looking for my son a scholarship. You're looking for your son's scholarship. Yes. And so then we'd exchange information. Hey, if you see women do that, if you see something and it doesn't fit you and you want to pass it on, just pass it on. I think so. I'm going to give us kudos for that because they say we're always talking, but we're talking for a reason.
Exactly.
That is true.
We have something to say.
Yes. We have something to say.
Of value.
It's got to go from here to here and out. Yes.
So we have something to say. It's a value. And we have 20 million things on our plate, as you said. We're always multitasking.
Always.
So I want you to finish this sentence. Women are most powerful when
we encourage each other, when we listen to each other, when we communicate.
I like that.
I say we're most powerful when we discover our purpose.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Too. That is what Get Your Life is all about. Helping people discover their purpose. And that it's not a straight line. It is not a straight line. I would say, I feel like we are most powerful when we're authentic. When we have taken off the mask, when we aren't trying to be what anybody else says we should be, how we should look, how we should talk, the careers that we should have.
That's true.
We are most powerful when we show up as ourselves, whatever that is. So the last question I have, we want to talk about the imposter syndrome. So we already said what is making us powerful. So the imposter syndrome can be multiple things. When you are people pleasing and trying to be something that you're not, because that's what they say the successful person does. Or it could be that you shrink. I see that we shrink a lot. Like we don't want to be great and fabulous in the light, because then it's like, oh, she thinks too much of herself. What is wrong with that? I'm a light. And, or it could be, you're not believing you're great because you don't believe other people would chime in on that. How can we stop being something we're not so that we have space to be everything that we are?
Oh, imposter syndrome. I would say when I was younger, I definitely felt that. Because you don't have those experiences yet. Right. You haven't hit a wall yet. You haven't failed at something, and you haven't been in big groups and spoken a lot. I think at this age, I don't even care anymore.
I was going to say, after you get a certain age.
I was just fixing to say, I'm fixing to hit 67, so
I'm telling you.
It's take me or leave me.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
I like that.
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you really start liking yourself. It's like, okay, you don't like me. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but it is okay. So our time is over. Didn't it go by fast?
That went by.
Yes, it did.
So my last question is, how can they find you? How can they find the organization? And you can speak right into the camera.
Well, ABWA, we're a national organization, and you can find us at abwa.org. And then we are here to represent the Homestead chapter. And you can find us on Instagram, Facebook at ABWA Homestead and ABWA Homestead 23, or ABWA Homestead, abwa.org.
And we have our meeting the second Thursday of the month at the Capri restaurant. So we have networking at 6:30, and our meeting starts at 7 p.m.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm Dr. Carolyn Edwards, and thank you for tuning in to Get Your Life. As you see, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to share, and hopes that us and our sharing gives you the confidence to get your best life too. You can find the replays of the show on youtube.com at Dr. Carolyn Edwards. You can get the audio on all podcast platforms. And I also have an event coming up on June the 6th. It's called The Soaking, where you can sit and chill and refill and refresh. So you can find that on all my social media links. Look for the links in the bio, as well as my website, www.drcarolyn.com. I got to put the last name in there, .com. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, the best thing you can be is you. Nobody else can do it like you can. Until next time.